We welcome you back to CBS Mornings. Our next guest is Jen Hatmaker. She's a host of the award-winning podcast For the Love and the author of 14 books. You heard me right, 14, including 4 New York Times bestsellers. You go, Jen. Now she's releasing her new memoir, I Guarantee. This is another bestseller. This should be a frickin' movie. In it, she gets brutally honest about friendship, faith, and how the traumatic end of her 26-year marriage led to the beginning of a new chapter in her life. First on CBS Mornings, and we love when that happens. A first with Cardi B, and now a first with you, Jen Hatmaker. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
To CBS.
I'm so happy to be
very
here.
glad you're here. Listen, your book grabbed me from the very first line because
how could it not with that first line?
I know. Set the scene.
2:30 a.m.
2:30 in the morning.
And
July 2020.
You're married for 26 years.
Yes.
That's right.
And
You've
you
got
hear
5
this,
children.
You hear
You
this
whisper.
love of your life with your 5 children. Your children are asleep upstairs. He's whispering into the phone to his lover.
And what does he say?
He says, I just can't quit you.
Yeah.
And I knew that was not for me.
Yeah.
And
what did you do after that? Because it's 2:30 in the morning. What did you do after that?
it was just such a shock.
Yeah.
It was so stunning on 1,000 levels. And so the next handful of hours were just chaos, to be frank, and sorting out what is going on outside of my purview.
Well, chaos in that you started going through his phone, his computer. You said, get the bleep out. You called your mom and your siblings. Let's meet at mom's. This is what happens. And then that night you said, everything is done. But you have 5 children.
Yeah.
And I thought what you wrote so beautifully in the book was that I have 5 children, and of course, I'm, without giving the details, it's as painful as you think for the children.
I wanted to keep the majority of their story behind the firewall. They were 14 to 22 when this happened.
So they're old
5
enough
years
to
ago.
really understand.
Of course.
Yeah.
And I have a public life.
Yes.
So we were already in a bit of a public eye. And so I did not need to drag their experience into this story.
But there were several things that stood out to me where you said, it's very disorienting when your safe space of home becomes scene of trauma. I so relate to that. You talk about 3 months later, the holidays are coming, but I'm still on the gurney. You said at first it's hard to say the words divorce and single. I think all of these things will be relatable to anybody who's going through a painful divorce, whether it's through cheating or not. And what do you want women to know? How did you get through it?
Yeah, I wish this story was original.
Yeah.
I wish it was rare, but it's not. And so I lead a large community of women. We're all kind of right here in the middle of life. And I notice a lot of common themes right now, which is loss, change. Sometimes it's marriage, like mine.
Yeah.
But it's also sometimes our health. Our bodies are being weird and changing, and our careers look different, and our roles as parents are changing. And so I think what I want women to know is no matter what you have lost, that is 100% not the end of your story. And for those of us who understand the story of betrayal and the loss of our marriage, I would just say none of us are defined by the men who leave us.
But Jen, this was the thing. You're a smart woman. You're a working woman. You were in many respects he was a youth pastor. He was a pastor. Let's start with that for a second. You're sitting with a lawyer and a money guy, and you don't even know your own finances.
Right.
You describe yourself as a walking cliche.
That's right.
How is that possible?
It's so humiliating. And I hope what I've included in Awake is all my own failures and all my own complicities and everywhere that I contributed to the breakdown of decades-long marriage. And I remember sitting in that financial planner's office. I could not answer a single one of his questions. And I thought, here I am. I'm supposedly this self-actualized person with this huge career.
This intelligent, independent woman.
That's what I
got her
preached.
stuff together.
That's what I said. And then I found myself sitting in that moment going, I have been asleep at the wheel.
Yeah.
I absolutely have been sleepwalking through
And there
this
lies the
portion of my
title,
life.
Awake.
There lies in the title.
And you also write about coming out of it. And that's the beautiful thing is that there is this moment of self-rediscovery, empowerment, and freedom. And you say it's okay to live fully, even after you have your life reimagined. You even have something called Knee Camp, where you just go and travel alone for a month. Listen, I love my family. That sounds pretty good.
Highly recommend, 10 out of 10. I stumbled into Me Camp. It was an accident, to be honest. But, I got married when I was 19 years old.
And he was 21.
We were children. I was a literal teenager. So I had never had an independent adult minute. I'd never been to a movie by myself. And so all of a sudden I found myself traveling solo for a month, and I went,
And having a good time.
look at me go.
Yes.
I'm on my own dime. I'm on my own time.
Okay.
I like my own company.
Ooh, okay, Jen.
This is not just a sad story.
Sound
about
like some
a
spicy
sad-
times on these trips, Jen. What's going on?
And we should say you have love in your life. You have a new
do.
partner that
Yeah.
you had a great meet cute. They have to read the book to see that.
Yeah.
But one of my favorite lines in the book, a friend, number one, you have some great friends.
The best.
Shout out to your friends.
Best
They
in
were-
class.
They were awesome.
Yep.
But one of your friends said to you, your marriage is broken, but you are not.
That's right. That's
Isn't that
right.
good, Nate?
That's good.
It was
I love that.
profound. I remember sitting
Don't you
across
like
from
that,
her.
Tony?
Yeah.
Your marriage is broken, but you are not.
We were just up the street, right up the
Really?
street, having dinner, and I remember her saying that, and she said it was the first time she'd seen me since the divorce, and it was such a devastating
Yes.
breakdown of my life as she knew it and as I knew it. But I remember her looking at me across the table, and she goes, you know what? You're still you. You sound like you. You look like you. This did not break you. You are not broken. And I just threw my head back and laughed.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not broken.
Bravo.
Like, here I still
Good
am.
stuff.
You're going to help a lot of people with this
Amazing.
book, Jen Hatmaker.
Thank you.
Yeah, men and women. Yeah.
Thank-
Yes,
I hope
men
so.
and women. Yes.
I hope so.
Oh, my turn. Jen Hatmaker. I know, I'm so off today.
So locked in, Gayle. It's all right.
I'm thinking about Cardi. I hope Cardi's okay.
been a
I hope
great
she's
show
with her
so far,
parents.
Gayle.
Everything's
her
going
book,
wonderful.
Her book really got to me, and Angie Thomas is coming out. Gloria Williams is here. I'm a mess. Awake goes on sale Tuesday wherever you like to buy your books.